Hello everyone, and welcome to part 2 of today's video, update video that is. This video is going to be all about the new recipes to unlock from the spellbook. And obviously I will, at the end of this video, show you guys all the potions to make if you're still confused about that or it's your first time getting started. I'm going to add that into this video because last week's was just kind of a menagerie, but that'll happen when new things are added. But we are going to go ahead and get started, find the page locations, brew potions. We're going to do it all. So let's go ahead, get started. Alright, so we're going to want to see the spellbook. Alright, so we obviously have the Forest Witch hat, the tunic, and the shorts. This week we can get the gloves, the sandals, and the Forest Witch jumping saddle. So, let's see. Forest Witch gloves. Among druids and trees, with magic in heaps, you'll find what you seek, where water seeps from above seeps. Alright, so that one's probably in Valedale. Unless it's in that little cape area, the new area, which I am going to go check, but let's continue reading. Alright, so Forest Witch sandals. Full of laughter and fun, and a haunting eye. Perhaps in a tent, the page you'll descry. Alright, so that's the circus tent. That's gotta be the circus tent. Alright, Forest Witch jumping saddle. On an estrade eye, so where horses run abound, with a great tree that stands high, here's your page that can be found. Okay, so I think that's Wildwoods. Alright, so let me write this all down in my notes here, so give me 1 second. Okay, so after some decoding, I am very sure the gloves are at one of the Valedale waterfalls. The circus tent is for the sandals, and the saddle is somewhere in Wildwoods. It's probably near the sentinel tree. But we're gonna go head out in the wild and go see what we can find. Alright, you guys, so we are in Valedale, and we are going to see if we can find these pages. I'm obviously checking at the first waterfall that we've ever really known at Valedale. But I am going to check, and sure enough, I got it. We got it, baby. Alright, sweet. Alright, you guys, so here is your location that you want. Those are the coordinates. And boom, baby, we are on a roll already. And we haven't even started yet. Excellent. Alright, guys, we are here at the circus tent where we should find our third page. But hang on, I gotta zap this real quick. It's always so fun that they're still around that you can do that and just zap them. Alright. Let's head in the circus tent. Haha! I see it! There she is! Alright guys, here are your coordinates, and obviously you have to have the tent unlocked, but these are your coordinates. And let's get our spellbook page number 2. Excellent. Alright, one more. So I actually came back to this page, because I'm like, wait a second, I think I was missing a clue, and I was. It's on an aisle. So, on an aisle where horses run abound, a great tree stands high. Here's where your page can be found. It's Southhoof. I'm pretty sure it's Southhoof. So let's go see. I'm correct, because I just had a hunch maybe that it wasn't Wildwoods and I was missing something, and I think I'm right. Alright, so it should be the tallest tree on the aisle, which there's only one. So let's go see if my second theory is correct. Hey, I got 2 right off the bat, so I'm not going to argue about that. Aha! There you are. gloves, you guys. And let's pick up our last one. And we did it. Spellbook pages found for the week. Alright, so that wasn't too hard. So, the gloves are at the Valedale Waterfall, the sandals are at the circus tent, and the saddle is at south of the ancient tree. So there you go. Alright, you guys. So we are back at the keep, and we can unlock these recipes. Alright. So we need, for the 4 switch gloves, which is where you can find them at the Valedale Waterfall, you need a fragrant potion, chamomile, and horsehair. For the sandals, which you can find the spellbook page for at the circus tent, you need a potent potion, a wiggly worm, and a spider egg. And for the forest witch jumping saddle, you need a cursed potion, a captivating potion, and ash. So before we even get into all this, we are going to make the potions. I'm going to show you how to make the potions, and then we're going to just head on to getting all our items. Alright. So, we're going to do a serene potion, which you need ash and chamomile. And that'll get you a serene potion. For a veiled potion, you need ash and moss. Alright, for an ancient potion, you need ghost goo and ute. I never know if I'm saying that right. Hopefully I am. You get an ancient potion. For a fragrant potion, you need ghost goo and bee balm. You get a fragrant potion. Alright, for a stringy potion, you need horsehair and flax. And you get a stringy potion. For a potent potion, which is one of the ones we need, you need horsehair and bee balm. Alright, so we got our potent potion. For an energetic potion, you need rubia and a wiggly worm. And you get an energetic potion. For a cursed potion, which is what we need rubia and a spider egg. And you get a cursed potion. Alright, so we got all these. For a yucky potion, you need moss and a spider egg. And you get a yucky potion. A captivating potion, you need a wiggly worm and chamomile, which I believe is one of the potions we need. Captivating. Alright. And the last potion we are going to make is a resilient potion, which you need flax and ute, and then you are done. And those are all the potions that you need to make. Or that's all the potions you can make, I should say. Alright, let's head back to the spellbook. Alright. Forest Witch gloves. You need a fragrant, chamomile, fragrant potion, chamomile, horsehair. Alright, let's cast the spell. Forest Witch gloves. Alright. Alright, Forest Witch sandals. You need a potent potion, a wiggly worm, and a spider egg. So we can cast the spell. Alright, we got our Forest Witch sandals. Forest Witch jumping saddle, which you find in South Hoof. So we need a cursed potion, a captivating potion, and ash. Alright. Cast a spell. And we got the Forest Witch jumping saddle. And we are done for the week in terms of the Cauldron. Alright, so next week we'll be able to get the rope halter, the Forest Witch saddle pad, and the Forest Witch leg wraps. Alright guys, so this is what we got so far of the Forest Witch set. We've got the hat, the shirt, and the shorts from last week. And now we have the gloves, the saddle, and the sandals from this week. So there you go. That's what you get from this week. The saddle, the sandals, and the gloves. Alright you guys, so that is it for today's update video on the Cauldron that is going on during the Halloween festival. I hope this video was helpful to you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it for you guys. This has been so much fun. I really enjoyed the new Cauldron system. Let me know what you guys think about it, though. I haven't really heard what everyone thinks about it, but I think it's great. But yeah, that is pretty much it for me, you guys. So as always, remember to keep it positive, everyone. Happy trails. I will see you in the next video. Bye!